Hello, friends. It's me again, Mr. Prof, coming to you from my guest room here in sunny Santa Monica, California. And today we're going to be starting a brand new unit, so it's very exciting. We're going to be moving on, talking about the way we like to play, and we're going to be describing some of the things that we like to play with. Let's take a look at what our learning goals are for today. Bring that up on the screen right here. So today, our job is going to be to describe the ways we like to play, and we're going to be able to draw a picture that shows how we preferred to play. And prefer, that's a word we're going to talk about in just a second. But first, we got a new unit, and not only are we starting a new unit today, but we got another letter from our principal. Let me see if I can bring that up. Buzumba. There we are. We close this right here. So we got this letter from Miss Guerrero. It's always exciting when she writes us. I'll go ahead and I'll read it to you. It says, "Dear kindergarten students, thank you for your letter. I'm glad you're learning a lot in kindergarten. This week, I want you to become play experts by exploring ways we play and thinking about what makes play fun. Also, I am wondering which way you prefer to play." And there's that word again, prefer. I'm wondering which way you prefer to play. What makes these types of play more fun? Lastly, here's a riddle. Ooh, she included a riddle. This is pretty cool. What type of play is invisible, can be played anytime, and makes everything more fun? Not sure I know the answer to that. Then she continues, "Kindergarten students, you still have a lot of work to do. I hope you will write back to me and answer my question and my riddle." So we'll be thinking about this. Tell you what, today one of your assignments is think about that riddle. What type of play is invisible, can be played anytime, and makes playing together fun? Interesting. Okay, so just be thinking about that riddle. Maybe tomorrow we can talk about it. But for right now, we got to consider these two questions. Question one, what makes playing fun? And how do I prefer to play? There's that word again. This is the third time we bumped into this word, prefer. Prefer means what do you like better, or what do you like most? Like, I prefer drinking coffee instead of tea. If you offered me tea and coffee, I'm going to pick the coffee because I prefer a nice cup of coffee. If people said, what color do you like to use a lot when you're drawing? I would say, you know what? I prefer to use a lot of red when I'm drawing pictures because I think red is very pretty. And I don't use a lot of purple because I think I prefer red over purple. So prefer means what you like better or what you like most. Cool. So there we go. If we learn nothing else today, we at least learned that. Now, if we're going to be talking about what we prefer to play, we got to consider what are things that we might be playing. Let's take a look at some different things that we like to play with. This is our word wall, by the way. We're going to start growing this word wall, and these are important words that we might be using in our reading and our writing. So what are some things that we like to do? What are some different things we like to play with? Well, puzzles. People like puzzles. Oh, I love me some puzzles. Blocks. Oh, in my classroom, we have so many blocks. It's so awesome to play with. Legos. A lot of people like Legos. Play-Doh. That's another thing that some people might prefer to play, is to play with Play-Doh. Dolls or action figures. That's another thing people might like to play with. Now, when we're describing the things that we play with, when we're describing a toy, we might describe its attributes. Attributes is a fancy word for what's it look like. And when we're describing the attributes of a toy, we might use words like color words. We might say, the thing I'm playing with is red, or we might talk about a green block, or we might talk about a blue car. So these are some things that we use to describe what we're playing with, right? Another way we describe things is we might say how big they are. We might describe something as being big. We might describe something as being small. We might say it's even smaller, it's tiny. or you might say that something is huge, right? Or we might say, yeah, it's medium. So these are ways we describe things like toys or really anything. Let me show you how this works. This is, of course, one of my favorite toys, and we talked about that earlier. This is the little knight that would come with this really cool castle playset I had as a kid. If I was going to describe the attributes of this knight, if I was going to describe what it looks like, I would say that it's small, right? It's hard to tell from the picture, but this thing was probably like the size of my thumb. So it was small. I would probably also say that it was silver. I would say that this knight was small and silver. I'm describing the way it looked, its attributes. I would say that it's small and silver. That's how I would describe that. So here is what you are going to do, dear friends. You today are going to draw and label a picture of yourself playing with your favorite toy. And as you're drawing it, be thinking, what are the attributes of this toy? What does it look like? Is it small? Is it big? Is it huge? Is it round? Is it flat? Is it hard? Is it soft? You're going to draw a picture of yourself playing with your favorite toy and be thinking about what that toy looks like and how you might describe it to somebody else. Then you're also going to take a picture of your work and send it to your teacher. Cool, because we love seeing those pictures. We love seeing those pictures of drawings. We love it when you write words on them too. Makes me and Miss Dano extremely happy. So get to it. You know what to do, and I will see you later.